I ask here today for the City of East Lansing to come and meet with us, or we will see you in court.
Lawsuits have been filed against the City of East Lansing and its police chief for an incident that happened back in August as students celebrated the return to campus at Michigan State University. Good evening, I'm David Andrews.
And I'm Ann Emmerich. Lansing-based law firm Nova Law announced the suits this morning after what they call the false arrest of two black men during Michigan State University's Welcome Week. News 10's Jaden Hawkins joins us live in studio with more.
David and Ann, today a group of community members gathered in downtown East Lansing to show support for two young men who were arrested back in August. They are now calling for the resignation of Chief Jen Brown and asking for accountability from the East Lansing Police Department.
But the law is the law. You can't do whatever you want. And we will see to it that justice is served. You will not harm another kid.
After a night of chaos in downtown East Lansing this summer, people in the community are demanding transparency. Officers responded to multiple calls the night of August 24th. During one of the calls, two young men were pepper sprayed and arrested. They were later charged with misdemeanors, including disturbing public peace by engaging in a fight. The city has since dismissed the charges, but Nadia Sellers, the mother of one of the men, says the damage is done.
The incident that happened with my son is life-changing. And for a police chief to target a child is just unimaginable. But she attempted to ruin his life.
Nova Law PLC is filing a lawsuit alleging false arrests, excessive abuse of authority, and violations of constitutional rights. The firm's lawyer, Jack Rucker, claims his plaintiffs were trying to de-escalate an argument.
He violated my client's constitutional rights to be free from excessive force and police brutality. He did so not simply because there was some boisterous action happening that night, but he treated them differently because they were people of color.
The suit comes after comments made by East Lansing Police Chief Jen Brown to a local news station, claiming the rise in criminal activity downtown was due to minorities coming into the city. She later apologized for those comments. On September 26, Brown released a statement saying, quote, "Our officers have been doing their jobs to prevent assaults, stop fights, and safely disperse large crowds." End quote. We reached out to the City of East Lansing and the police department for comment on the lawsuit, but did not receive a response.
All right, Jaden, thank you. On Wednesday, Chief Brown met with the city's Downtown Development Authority to talk about ways to improve safety downtown. The chief will present those strategies at the next City Council meeting on Tuesday, November 18th.
A live look over Delta Township.